Ok, aquí así empezamos este día de paseo aquí en el Zoológico de San Diego. Aquí andamos esta tarde. Aquí vamos a comenzar esta ruta en el camión para tratar de ver a ver qué podemos encontrar aquí, todo tipo de animales aquí en el zoológico de San Diego, California.
So we take a slow cruise throughout. You know, we just kind of see what we can see. The tours are different every single time that we give up. So I've done a million of these and I've worked all over the zoo. So I do quite a bit of animal care too. So let's check out the ground. Now, I always start off the bus tours by thanking everybody for coming. You guys know this is a small portion of what we do throughout the world. We actually have over 100 projects in over 70 countries, so that's why they call us world famous. Now, we're nonprofit, so that's the biggie. When you guys come to visit the zoo or the safari park, that's where your money goes. You're helping us with so many plants and animals. It's unbelievable. So there's a lot of endangered wildlife, and you guys are heroes for coming today. So yeah, I feel good about it. You did a good deed. Whee! Down the hill we go. No hands. No, I'm kidding. Okay, right-hand side is lost forest. That's where you find the great apes, lesser apes, lots of monkeys, beautiful birds. My goodness, don't miss that area if you can help it. We have a baby gorilla named Jenny and a very young female orangutan named Aisha. So not to be missed. I've worked with a lot of the animals, including, well, pretty much almost all of them. And I still do quite a bit. I'm basically a bear girl though. So my research and I guess expertise is the panda. Past the exit is Discovery Outpost. That's where you find the children's zoo, the reptiles. Wonderful. You guys should go see the Galapagos tortoises. They are actually the oldest animals in the zoo. We're about 102 years old, but they're well over 100 years old. You get a nice close-up view. We have one named Jaws. He's over 500 pounds. So he's usually by himself. He's kind of a bully. Yeah, you guys can go check them out. They're really neat. All right. Please keep your arms inside the bus at all times. Don't stand on top of the seats. That's all I really care about. Here we go. This is Tiger Trail over here. This area represents a Southeast Asian rainforest. Now, the 1970s, we were the ones that started these kinds of enclosures, which are really nice. You know, they're nicer for the animals. They're happy. They're comfortable. They're breeding. And people like to walk through here, too. It gives you that jungle-like feeling. Now, I wouldn't be in the sun if I was a tiger right now, or any animal. Would you guys? No. They got that big coat on. But we have 3 huge, beautiful Malayan tigers. So early in the morning and later in the evening they come out. You might see them down below. They actually like that pool down there. They love the water. Mama tiger was rescued. We have 3 of her offspring, 2 different litters. All males. So these guys won't be breeding, but boy did she breed. We rescued her. She's got 11 cubs. Very happy with that. You don't go out in the wild to get animals. Those days are long, long gone. Like I said, we do that work, collaborate with facilities all over the world. But mostly we rescue now. All facilities do that. They rescue, they breed, and they reintroduce back to the native land or their habitat. So habitat loss and fragmentation are the biggest problem. So that's where we always have to step in and try to do that as well. Big deal. If we don't have plants and animals, we don't have us. So yeah, I always say we're all in this together, right? Okay, so this is Hippo Trail. Hippo Trail. This area represents the Central African rainforest. Yeah, do you guys see that animal down here? One sitting down. They have striped legs, striped wings area. They got the brown coat. I tell you what, that's called an okapi. They feel like velvet. I think they're the softest animal I've ever felt. And I felt a lot of animals. Beautiful. So they're related to a giraffe. They have long dark tongues like a giraffe. And when they're in the Central African rainforest, the water beats up. A lot of oil to that coat. That's why they're so soft. It just rolls right off. Beautiful. Boy, are they having babies. So we're happy with that. Our female often goes to the safari park to breed. Kind of neat. She likes it up there. She must have a boyfriend up there. She goes there quite a bit, breeds. I don't see the hippo, do you guys? Should be Otis today. He's a big boy, wonderful. I tell you, he used to run out here in the mornings when I worked down here. Do a big belly flop. He's 4,000 pounds. And then there'd be this huge tidal wave in there. It's wonderful. Very smart. They mark their territory with their tongue. So, when they go poop, their tail goes around like that and it goes all over the place. Who cleans that up? We do. We get a hose and a big broom. That's how they mark their territory. Now, we also put tilapia fish in that pool, and they eat the hippo poop, so they help us keep it clean. So we're going to use what works in nature. Look at these little monkeys over here. That hippo trail on the right. That little guy. Oh my goodness. Now, the ones that went right on the front, that's an Allen swamp monkey. And then the other ones that have a kind of a reddish tail, those are spot-nosed swimmers. Now, those are two kinds of monkeys. There's otters in there too. It's wonderful. So they swim around and play together. My family loves that bridge. You got the double-sided viewing and some hogs on the other side and some other primates too. Pretty cool little area for social enrichment. So I always tell people these animals live here. We're just here visiting and taking care of them. So it's very important to keep them happy, healthy, stimulated every single day of the year. So a big part of animal husbandry is the enrichment. So that's one of our many multi-species exhibits down here with the monkeys and otters. And they'll swim around and play together. It's awesome. So yeah, we'll do that too. Quite a bit. A lot of zoos too. Now we just went past that restroom where I took my left. That's where you guys are going to find some very rare Amur leopards from Russia. Now there's only 100 in the wild. They have 2 cubs, which we're absolutely thrilled about. I don't even think we know their sex yet, but if Mom brings them out, that would be something extremely rare to see if you guys want to check that out. Pandas are back the other direction too, so they should be out till 5 or 5:30. Left-hand side, there's a big yellow kangaroo-shaped sign. We have kangaroo buses. Now there's another double-decker with a yellow sign in the front. They pull over at the stops, and you folks can hop on and off at your leisure. So there's 4 of those that you can use. And we reach them about every 10 or 15 minutes. And we always go numerical order in one way. I don't even know if we could turn these buses around. It'd be what, a 10-point turnaround. So yeah, we don't do it. So 3 will be at the top of the hill. I'll point out each stop for you folks, so you can use that service too. We are open till 6 o'clock, so you have plenty of time to explore the zoo if you haven't done it yet. A lot of people wonder what they see at the bottom. Well, you've got the rare Amur leopard, takas, 2 vipers, red panda, giant pandas, penguins, leopard sharks. We actually have 3 elevators down there now and a moving walkway. So all good ways to come back up to the top because of this hill is huge. So is Center Street. We'll go down that later in the tour. So if you want to walk from the other direction, take the bus from the bottom or the Sky Ferry ride over. Those are probably your best bets to avoid this hill. All right, let's see what we can see on the right. We do have a few hoof tracks, and we haven't seen them much today, which is unusual, but maybe we can peek over there. If you guys see a big tan animal, they're the largest type of antelope called the giant feelers, and they're 2,000 pounds each. I'll have a look at them. You guys see them at all? And we usually have our Grundy zebra too, so, but it's a pretty big hillside, so they might be down a little bit lower. Yeah, they're huge, so you guys can check them out at your leisure. Now, we're part of Balboa Park, so we use every square inch of this place. You'll notice a lot of vertical space for the cattle. We use a lot of creativity, designing, research, and work for the exhibit. So if you want to see a lot of hood stuff like antelope and gazelle and zebra, go to the San Diego Zoo Safari Park up in Escondido. That's our sister facility, and it's not right next door. It's about 35 miles north and east, 35 miles north and east of here. In Escondido, high desert. They have 700-800 acres, so they got a lot of those critters up there. We have a few though on this hillside. The little short ones are speak gazelles, and then there's some with big white stripes. Lesser kudu on the right-hand side. Now, if I pull over, I don't know if the polar bears are out. You guys can take a peek on the left. See if you see any polar bears over there. Well, the pool's nice and chilly for them, and we rescued our polar bears as well. So you never go out in the wild to get an animal. They were orphans. So all 3 of our polar bears were rescued by us many years ago. Well, they're around 15 now. So they're all 100-year-old. The brother and sister came from a garbage dump in Alaska, only about 6 months old. The other female was 9 months, from a garbage dump in Churchill, Canada. So yeah, they were getting pretty scrawny, and that's what we're here for. Safe haven for these animals. We always give them choice and control. Because again, this is where they live. They don't come out to do a little trick for you or anything. Not a circus. So yeah, they're just wonderful. Our polar bears are super fun because they grew up here. And we vary their diet so they don't get too much blubber and they get too hot in our warm weather. So their favorite food is lettuce, carrots, and fruits. So yeah, it's a little different than they eat in the Arctic. But yeah, they're super fun. So make your way up here any way you can. Few more hoofstock on the right. These are bunty bok. If you guys see them, they're extremely rare. You guys did have a baby too, which we're really happy about. Look at the little female. She's kind of tan over there on the right. You guys see her? There was only 17 left in the wild. 17. 1-7. Crazy. Oh, and here's the Garanup. They have long, skinny legs. Look at those little pencil legs. They actually stand up on those legs all the way up and eat 6 or 7 feet up in the trees. Pretty neat little demonstration that they'll give you a little later. Next door to that is the yellowback dikers. They have a baby too. So the animals are fairly comfortable here. We use lots of different enrichment all the time. You know, it could be something as simple as a pile of dirt or some pine shavings or a toy, another animal. We use, obviously, food is a good motivator for our positive reinforcement training. So quite often we'll have the special treats for that. And it's easier to take care of the animals that way, you know, and it's enrichment for them too, and it's less stressful for everybody. So top of the hill is your sky ride. That's where it'll bring you. You folks can go back and forth okay. Right hand side is one of our 4D theaters. That's Ice Age, No Time for Nuts. Great show. You're wearing 3D glasses with seats rumbling and wind in your face. We actually have 2 of them now, which people really enjoy. The other one's over in the Children's Zoo, showing an animated version of Rio. Now, I'd about eat my hat if we saw the Maine wolves over here. You guys smell that skunky smell? Kiwi, right? That's not your neighbor. That's the Maine wolves. Now, they always hide. They're extremely shy, and they're pretty young, too. They're here to breed, and they're just a shy animal to begin with. Even though they're not a wolf, the wolves are really shy, too. I work with wolves up in Julian, up in the local mountains. Beautiful. But they are extremely shy. So these 2 are here to breed, Bravo and Isadora. They're solitary hunters, so they're not technically a wolf. But they have their own special genus and species. Beautiful. But that's how they smell when they step on it. Kiwi, like a skunk. Left-hand side, across from the stinky dogs, is kangaroo stop 3. So that'll, you know, if you're on that bus, it'll drop you off up here. Makes sense, top of the hill. If you take a right over here, that's where you're going to access Elephant Odyssey. We have a brand new footbridge over there that we'll see from the bottom of Center Street too. But that's a nice shortcut. That bridge cost a fortune and it was donated. So we're super fortunate when you guys come to the zoo and are wonderful donors. Look on the left. You guys know that's called a rock hyrax. Look at these little guys. Now, as a keeper, when you go in there, boy, they run and they hide, then you got to find them. It's quite a challenge. They have the same dental formula as an elephant. That is a distant relative of an elephant, those little guys over there. Oh boy, look at our lions on the right. I always see our males laying out there in all his glory. He likes to lay on his back like that. So that's a bird. Our females up on the table. They're big old cats. Now the animals live a lot longer in the zoo than they do in the wild. You know, if you were 8 or 9 as a lion in the wild, you'd be pretty old. Those 2 are 15, folks. One of our old pandas, he's so old. Gao Gao, the daddy, he's not even on exhibit. You'd be really old as 20. Gao Gao, our panda, is 27. So we do cater to the older animals, which I enjoy. We find different ways to keep them happy so they can eat. Our elephants are here to retire too. So we're a great retirement village on top of everything else. Jaguar, bottom right. Sleeping in the shade. I don't want to wake them up. Jaguar, bottom right. Not a cheetah, it's a jaguar. So leopards come from like Africa, Asia, jaguars, South America, Central America, even parts of Mexico. But people do confuse the 2, and I can see why they confuse those 2. They look a lot alike. Jaguars are shorter and stockier. Their spots are a little different too. But they both love the water, so do tigers. Now the lions, you can put a big femur bone in their pool. They will not go in to get it. They do not like the water. Interesting, huh? Big pool over there is for the elephants. We have a few more animals in the front from South America, like the jaguars. Oh boy. Look at the capybara. Okay, so there's the building. You guys see the window? Look at that big animal in the window on the right. That's a capybara. That's the world's largest rodent. They're huge. That one's a big one. That one's like a male. They get to be 120 pounds. World's largest rodent. The tan ones right there are called bonacos. They're related to llamas and alpacas. And then we have a llama in there too. Big Ed, he's white with brown spots. That first elephant you see there with the short tail, she's one of our Asian elephants. Her name is Debbie. She's our water baby. You know, I do a lot of private tours. She goes all the way in the pool. Somersault, deep in the air. It's so nice. I love seeing that. It's something to see for sure. Now we have 4 old female elephants. They're all rescued and retiring here as well. So we have 2 African, 2 Asian. Who knows how to tell the difference between the elephants? Probably the ears is the easiest, I think. I don't know about you guys, but that's, you know, you can see it right away. The Asian elephants have really smaller ears. The African elephants use the big ears like a radiator. So we have both 2 and 2, and they're female. Oh, 3 of them are circus elephants. When they're done there, they come here to retire. The other one is a retired movie star, Tempo. I think she was the one we just saw by the building. So she was a baby elephant in the TV series Born Free many years ago. So she's got a personality to match. She's our retired diva. Now the average age for an elephant is 35 to 45. Ours are 40s and 50s, so they're extremely old. Very smart, very, very smart, very social. They learn as they grow, so that allows them to have really good memories too. So they come through here quite a bit and get their spa. So that's what this big building is. It's the Elephant Care Center. Actually, it's a state-of-the-art facility, folks. Everything's out in the open, so at different times during the day, you don't want your keepers taking care of the elephants. They get a pedicure in there, showers. You know, they know 70 to 80 different behaviors. That's more than a lot of people I know. So yeah, they're very, very smart. Look at the birds out there on the right, bottom over there. Kind of a yellow runner eyes, tall-legged thing. That's the secretary bird named Stella. She's our secretary bird from Africa. They're similar to our road runners here in the States. Really good ground hunters. Now they do fly a little bit, but they usually run around like our road runners do, and they keep the rodent, lizard, insect population down in Africa. Very important part of their ecosystem. So I planted up here with the horticulture department. I hope you guys are enjoying the plants. I know people come here to see the animals, but I tell you what, the plants in the zoo are worth more than all the animals put together. This is a very large, extensive botanical garden from all over the world. In fact, we did our botanical tour earlier today. We even had the orchid house open from 10 to 2, so some of you might have been able to enjoy that. It's just these plants are from all over the world. It's very extensive. And we get over 100 kinds of aloe up here. We have 200 kinds of palm trees. We use it like a farm too. So we have a lot of these plants that we feed to the animals as well. We have 20 kinds of bananas in the zoo. It's crazy. Really, really cool garden. Camels are down here on the right. There's one way down at the bottom. Yeah, so there's 2 dromedary camels. Pronghorn, the other little guys in there. They store fat in the hump. Not water. I used to think it was water, but it's fat. Yeah, so they're pretty dumb animals. Very, very smart. They're stubborn. And they have 2 rows of eyelashes. Now they can drink 30 gallons of water in 10 minutes. Incredible. If we did that, we would die, folks. We would be toxic. California condors are over there. That's the largest North American lambert. Now that's one of the 100+ projects that we did all over the world that you guys are helping us with. That one's right here in Southern California, called the Condor Recovery Program. The early 1980s, they would eat a carcass that was shot with a lead bullet. They got lead poisoning. They weren't outlawed back then, especially in Mexico. So their numbers got super low, 22 or 23. We actually bred over 400 now with your help and our donors. So yeah, big deal, guys. I can't think of anybody that wants to go clean up dead animals. So every plant and animal has its purpose. And yeah, so now we have more in the wild than we do in captivity. So we've actually bred more than 400 California condors and returned well more than half into the wild. Mexico, California, Arizona, even parts of Utah. We're now on Front Street. You can take a peek at the meerkats over there on the right. Now these guys are fun to take care of. They're little feisty little diggers. They come from the Kalahari Desert in Africa. Really neat. They're called a mob when they're all together. Really good at killing scorpions and snakes too. It's a pretty neat little demonstration. They'll take the scorpion, they flip it, and they pounce on it, and they'll be sharp little teeth. I know, because I've been bitten in the ankles before. They're feisty. This is the African Kopi area. This is all part of the New Africa Rock. Took over 2 years to complete. Being over 100 years old, that's saying a lot. So there's 6 ecosystems in here from the beautiful continent of Africa. So after the Kopi area, you've got Ethiopian highlands. Beautiful. Now I noticed they spread some stinky mulch in there, but the mulch is good too. It helps us conserve water, obviously. But enjoy the plants. You guys can access this from top or bottom. It's handicapped accessible from either direction. Ethiopian highlands, this whole area. We're fortunate that we can grow plants from Africa and Australia. We have a nice collection of what's called a caduciform. So they store the water in the trunks. It looks like Dr. Seuss land in here. Love it. So, you know, while you're cruising through, check out the plants. They're very unusual. You won't see them anywhere else unless you go to Africa or some of them from Australia. So we can have a lot of koalas too. We have about 20. We've been getting koalas since the 1920s, folks. And because we're an old facility, age is in our favor. So we got about 20. I think we have 2 joeys in the pouch, 1 or 2, one out of the pouch. So after the tour, you guys come back over here and check out the koalas. A lot less expensive than going to Australia. Trust me on that. Okay, so we're going to head down Center Street. One of the best days of my life was giving a koala a bath. Love working with them. They're so chill. They sleep 20 hours a day too, by the way. Oliver, he's a big guy. He sits in the tub. We wash him down. We rinse him. Us females are all over him like a cheap suit, and then he gets really impatient finally. Tries to bite us. We're like, okay, he's done. Wonderful animals. Just awesome. So you guys can check them out at your leisure. After the tour, you can walk over there in like 3 minutes. Center Street, Bear Country, my old stomping ground. That's what we're on right now. We have a little Bornean sun bear in here. His name is Francis. You know, he's got issues, but who doesn't, right? These animals all have their histories like we do. Some good, some not so good. A lot of them not so good. You know, we play music for him in the back. He's wonderful. They're very tiny. Do you guys see him at all in there? It is shaded now, so I'm thinking he might be up. He usually hides in the back, so yeah, he's just a really cool little bear. He likes classical music. Wonderful. And he likes his enrichment too. So we really do try to keep these animals pretty happy. Okay, next door to that, I don't know. We'll see if we see the snow leopards too. It's kind of hard to say. We have Ramil and Penny. Ramil's our male, Penny's our female. Now later in the day, it's still kind of early. You know what? They'll come up on these platforms and they'll cuddle. Sometimes you can also see them on the rocks over here and in the back. So big white cats, beautiful from the Himalayan mountains. You guys might see the cave. Beautiful. Now they're breeding too, so we're extremely happy about that. What else? We have a little otter next door. There she is in the back right over here. Her name is Sweet Otter. She comes from Africa. She's a big koala otter. They're kind of tiny. Look at her. You don't chase the deer. She used to sit over here and stare at the bushes because she's coming after the fish come in. We had to change it up because she sits there for like an hour waiting for a fish. Soup open. Now the other otters are with the monkeys on Hippo Trail. Wonderful. Grizzly. These are one of my favorite bears in the world, besides panda. So there's a big hump in the cave. That's one of them. These boys are huge. I don't even know how much they weigh now. They're brothers, Scout in Montana. We rescued them several years ago. Mama taught them to come down to the community by Yellowstone. It's extremely dangerous. You guys don't know anything about grizzlies. They can run 35 miles an hour. The other one's in the cave. He's awake. He's kind of back over here. Hi, buddy. Come on out. Come on out, handsome. He knows my voice, but you know what? He knows I'm on the bus. They're so neat. 35 miles an hour, guys. You'll never outrun them. You'll never outsmart them. You know, Mom was teaching them to come down to Idaho, Yellowstone. They're extremely dangerous. So the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service tries to, you know, relocate them, but they're really smart, so they keep coming back for more easy food. That's the name of the game for animals. So if you guys camp a bear country like my family does, please put your food in those bear food containers. You know, that way they eat what they're supposed to eat. It's the easy way to keep them wild. Look at my Andean bear.
Mira, ahí está.
Turbo. He's my other sister. Now this is an Andean bear, spectacle bear, some people call them. Now lately they've had this exhibit open. This is the only bear native to South America. They're wonderful. They build nests up in the trees that they sleep in. He loves his yam. That's one of his favorite trees. So pretty much doing what's anything for a yam. He's going to mate with our younger female. She's finally old enough to mate. Now, they don't have Match.com or Tinder or anything like that. They're animals. Their dating service is called the Species Survival Plan. So those two are set up to mate. And then we're going to try to get those young ones back out there in South America. Big job. All right. What else? This is still Center Street. This is a huge zoo, everybody, as you've noticed. Sometimes we see our monkeys on the right. There's little Francois Langers. And the spiky little hair too. They're black. The babies are orange. You guys see them at all? It's too hot for the monkeys right in there. But that's how shaded. I don't know. You can come back and check them out if you like. Like again, if you come down to the bottom down here, you got a moving walkway and the elevators. Left-hand side, that's the Owens Rainforest Aviary. Really fun. You know, because you've got the birds flying right by you. It's beautiful. Gabriella Gibbons, Red Cheek Gibbons, if we see our lesser apes over there on the right, they're brother and sister. They're primates. So guess what? She's on birth control. We're in managed care, folks. We don't want to cuckoo Gabriella Gibbons, do we? No. What are you going to do with that? Not much. Okay, bottom of Center Street, you got a moving walkway over here. That'll take you up to the top. Take a left, you got Panda for 5:30. Watch your feet, little one. There's feet hanging out. Be careful. Elevators are down there. Moving walkway. All right, we're going to head up the service road of Africa Rocks. You folks take the road on the, just go down the sidewalk on the left. So again, you can take it from top or bottom. Don't forget the plants as you cruise through here. This bottom ecosystem, Cape Finbass, a 200,000-gallon saltwater aquarium with leopard, sharks, 7 types of fish. Look at all the penguins with the keepers. Those are South African penguins. We're breeding them here. Wonderful. Who doesn't like a penguin? For heaven's sake, they're very charismatic. They've lost about 60% of the wild population from overfishing, lack of nesting sites. So what happens is people are using their guano for fertilizer because it has a lot of nitrogen in their poop. But that's what they nest in the wild. So if you guys are so inclined before you leave by the exit, quite often you can see an artificial den that we're building them to breed in the wild. Madagascar, West Africa is where that huge waterfall is. Beautiful. Largest man-made waterfall in the United States. You walk behind it. It's really nice. We have 5 kinds of lemurs and poosas in here. This is all the new Africa rock. Bareback monkeys. This is acacia woodlands now. And they have 3 leopards as well. Middle of the day it's going to be rough. So you guys can walk through those. When you're inside, it's shady, and you're more likely to see the animals. The tensile structures are the largest in the world. Really neat. If you see the purple flower trees, those are the jacarandas. The city tree of San Diego, that's the back portion of Ethiopian Island. Oh, I see them. All right, look on the right, everybody. Look into the little roofs on the right. That's eucalyptus. These are the male koalas. They're wonderful. Like I said, they sleep all day. They're more than me. So we got a lot of them, guys. There's around 20 in there.
Ya se quedaron.
Very easily from the unloading dock.
Allí.
Now, if you get a nice close-up view of the males, they've got, looks like a dirt mark on their chest. That's their sack gland. So they smell like eucalyptus inside and out. And when they feel like bathing, they put that little head up the males and they bellow really loudly. And then our females hear it over here. And then, of course, they bring over the males. They mate fairly quickly. And then everybody goes back to their territory. Pretty deep. Alright, so the females are over here too on the right, the koalas. So if you guys are so inclined you want to miss some hills and you haven't done it yet, take a cruise through this loop over here on the right, where the sign says Urban Jungle Koalas. Take a loop through there, it's very easy. After we have the giraffes, the rhino, the cheetah, dog bears. In fact, they're just walking the cheetah and the dog on a leash. Kangaroo stop 1 is in there, the closest stop to the end of the tour in the front of the park. So do that loop, cut down through Africa Rocks. Take the elevators or the moving walkway back up after you see the pandas. Nice strategy. And you'll see quite a bit of the zoo that way without seeing it, without going up a hill. So it's a good way to go. So thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you for your patience and for, waiting for the tour. Again, you guys are heroes. We couldn't run anything without your patronage and our donors. So we're very grateful for you guys coming to the zoo. With your help, we're going to try to create a more sustainable future for what you saw here today, all day, and also all over the world. So I'll open the doors on the left-hand side. We are open till 6. If you guys enjoyed the tour, my name's Terry. If you didn't, my name is Sue. How's that? Boy, you guys are a tough crowd. Have fun.
Ahorita.
Have a good weekend.
¿Gratis?
Sunday at the zoo?
Yeah.
Are you going in Tuesday?
Where are you going?